Now in this problem right here, we want to solve the systems graphically. And here's our system right here. We want to solve the x plus y equals 5 and the x minus 5y equals -7 graphically. And then we're going to move on from that. Now, when I think about this, I think about two ways that you could graph these two equations right here. One way is by plotting points. Okay, if you plot 2 points, sometimes 3 is really better than 2, but if you plot 2 points, that should give you enough to draw the line. And the second way we're going to solve this is by solving for y and then graphing it, because you got the y intercept and you got the slope. So let's start by doing the plotting of the points. Here's how plotting points works. It's actually kind of easy. What you do is you just say, let's let x be 0 and let's let x be 1. Okay, and if x is 0, right here, if we have a 0 here, 0 plus what is 5? Well, 0 plus 4 is 5. So that would be one of our points that is on this line right here, the x plus y equals 5 line, which is the same one right here. And now let's, we got 1 point. Now let's erase that one. And now let's put in the 1. You can choose whatever numbers you want for these two. And you can even put them in for y. It doesn't really matter. I just choose 0 and 1 because they're so easy to work with. So let's put 1 in for, oh, that's wrong. Let's put 1 in for our x, and now 1 plus what is 5, and that is 4. And so you all saw the mistake I made. I just saw it too. This should be a 5 right there, right? So that's my bad right there. So this graph has 2 points, 0, 5 and 1, 4 that we can use to graph this. So let's plot this 0, 5 down on here. We go over 0 and up 5, so that's this point right there, and the other one is 1, 4. So you can go over to 1 and up 4, and that's that point right there. And you're just going to draw a line between those 2 points, and that keeps on going on forever and ever. Make sure you extend this off for always and always. Put nice little arrows at the end. Arrows. There we go. So that's our first line. That's this one right here. We just took care of that line. Now let's take care of this line right here. Again, I'm just going to choose a value for x. I'm going to choose 0 for x and 1. Okay. You could choose values for y, like I said before, but I'm going to do this. So if I have 0 for this, oh gosh, would it be easier to choose a 0 for y? Because that will cancel this off. Let's try that. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, everybody. Check this out. So I just noticed something. If I put a 0 for x, I got to do this weird like fraction thing with the y right there. So let's choose a value for the y. Let's make y 0 here. Now if y is 0, I can put a 0 in for this. And so I got x minus 0 that is equal to -7. So that means we got x is -7 right there. Okay. So I got that point. Now let's choose a different point. What would be another good point to have in there for y? For y, I don't know. I'm not seeing another one. Let's just make x 0. Okay, let's make x 0 in this situation. Now if x is 0, I got this as 0 right there. And if that is 0, so what am I doing here? What am I doing, guys? If that is 0, 0 minus 5y is equal to 7. So I got -5y is equal to 7. So I divide, or -7. So I divide by -5 on both sides. So I got y is equal to 7/5. Okay, that's like 1.4. Let's see, it was about 1.4. So it's not a clean number, but we can work with this. So I got 1.4 here for this number. So I got 0, -7. So 0, -7. Oh, that's way down there, isn't it? 5, 6, 7. Right there, right? Because this is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, right here. That's the 0, -7. Or is it -7, 0? Oh, my bad, everyone. Right there. Okay. It was -7, 0. And then 0, 1.4. So we got 0, and then up to 1.4, which is right about here. So this is our line. I'm going to work my best to draw it nice and straight. That is our line. Okay. And so we're looking and we're trying to figure out what is the solution to this. Well, the solution is where they cross. So where do these two graphs cross? It looks like they cross at the point 3, 2. So our solution to this should be 3, 2. There's your solution. So that's using the plotting of the points. You can just kind of pick the points or pick the x values or the y values and figure out the other value because these are linear functions. The other way to do this is to solve for y. You take each of these equations right here and we're going to solve for the y. Let's take this equation and solve for y. So if I have x plus y equals 5, I'm going to subtract x. So I have y is equal to negative x plus 5. So that's that line. I can see that I have a y-intercept of 5, so I would start right here. And I got a -1 for my slope, so I'd be going down to -1, just like this line. See, it gives us the same exact thing. Now let's try the other one. Erase this. No, let's not erase it. Let's keep it up there. Let's solve for this y. This one's going to be a little trickier. So I have x minus 5y is equal to -7. I'll subtract x from both sides. Subtract x. So I got -5y is equal to -x minus 7. Now I got to divide every term by -5. -5. So what I have is I have y is equal to a negative divided by negative is a positive, right? So I got 1/5 x. Negative divided by negative again is a positive again, 7/5. Now remember, this right here is our y-intercept. This is our slope. So our y-intercept is 1.4, which was right here, and our slope is 1/5. So we go from here, think of going up 1 and over 5. And that's right about there. So there's our other line that can be created by solving for y, getting it in y-intercept form and graphing it. So those are two methods you can use to solve these systems. And remember, solving the system just is trying to figure out where does it cross over? Where do these two graphs cross? That is your solution to the system. And right there. On the next page, check this out. We are going to learn how to use substitution or algebraically solve something like this.